Hey everyone, as you can see, or hear, the voice is very crappy. It's because my microphone did not record as I filmed this. So I'm going to have to narrate. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're here today. That's what I said when I did these hand gestures. And I just explained how I did not decorate for Christmas just because I didn't do it. But I was saying that I have lots of cute things to bring out here to show you today. And I'm going to get one. And the first one I'm going to get is a chocolate Santa. How Christmassy is it? I mean, you have to have a chocolate Santa. And this is from Palmer Chocolates. So I wasn't expecting a whole lot to come of it, because Palmer chocolate is, it's not what you call the best. It's the super cheap stuff that you get, at Easter. And I was reading some stuff off of the package. Actually, I was looking for bioengineered food ingredients, and I couldn't find any. But here we go. The fun thing about these is quite often, they do not look like they look on the outside. They look obscene, or they might be actually some other type of chocolatey, whatever you call it. So, I think I'm getting ready to unwrap it. I probably said some witty things there, but I wouldn't say for sure. Well, I'm going to say I said some witty stuff. And this is chocolatey, crunchy chocolate. So there I am. Yes, I am unwrapping it. It feels like old 8mm films that you made when you were a kid. And Santa looks like a Santa Claus. Isn't that great, people? He actually looks like a Santa. I was sort of disappointed because I wanted something that looked, obscene or something not quite Christmassy. So there I am, breaking off his foot, and I'm going to take a bite. And I said something kind of cute there too, and I went narm, 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 narm. And I was going, wow, that's actually pretty darn good. I was completely surprised. Had a good chocolatey taste, crunchy, and it's like I even looked, I was like, that's Palmer chocolate. It's not supposed to taste like that, but it did. It was so good that I took another bite. I was pleasantly happy that it was good, and I was slightly disappointed too, because I wanted something, obscene or crazy. And the next thing I got out was Elf on a Shelf chocolate. Again, it was from Palmer Candies. And it was also crunchy, chocolatey thing. And I was expecting these to be hollow, but they weren't. They were solid chocolate. There, I'm brushing some crumbs off. And I was reading the stuff, looking for bioengineered food ingredients. And yeah, Elf on a Shelf. So I'm opening the thing up, pulling it out. Oh, there it goes. And yes, it's the good old Elf on a Shelf. Yeah. So let's open this thing up and take a look at it inside. And yep, it looks like the Elf on a Shelf. Disappointed once again. And it actually looks pretty good. I mean, they actually made some decent molds to mold the chocolate in. So I broke off his foot and was chewing on it, narm, narm, narm. And it was the exact same chocolate as with the, the Santa Claus there. Elf on a Shelf. Yep. So, there I am cleaning it off some more. And I'm deciding which one I'm going to go to next, because I bought all kinds of goodies. And the next goodie was, wait for it. I'm waiting for it. I didn't think it was this long of a wait for it. Okay, maybe I should have edited this out. But since I'm narrating on the fly as I'm talking, oh, for God's sakes, how long is this going to take? Ah, there we go. An Elf on the Shelf marshmallow pop. Hooray. And this is from a different company. It wasn't from a Palmer company. And, oh yeah, there we go. And I'm looking at the sort of dead, fleshy colored, unappetizing looking marshmallowy goop that they made this out of. And reading off the ingredients, which was sugar, and another type of sugar, and another type of sugar, and another type of sugar. And there, yes, they gave us a fancy Christmas decoration that we can decorate the set with. Isn't that great? And yeah, it was darn near impossible for me to get this stupid thing open. I mean, seriously, I was getting ticked off. So I had to reach over and get the dividers of destiny, which should come in the scene any minute now. 3, 2, 1, come on, come on, come on. There they are. Yes. I ripped a space through the hole. Yes, space through the hole, good gosh. Man, narrating on the fly, that's just sort of a pain in the butt. And I tell you, I don't know how they expect kids to get these out of there if they're giving them to kids. But here is the elf on a shelf. It actually looks pretty good, but the eyes got me. I mean, I saw this thing and I'm like, holy Moses, look at those eyes. They are dead. They are like dead eyes. I mean, normally you would like put that white, 2 blops down white, and then put the black on it. Boom, boom, boom. But these like have faded in and they're translucent, and then they look like they're dead. I mean, it reminded me of the scene in the movie Jeremiah Johnson where he came across the dead guy frozen to a tree, and he had a note on him saying that he killed the bar that killed me. I mean, it's even got like the sugar looks like the frost that was on the guy as he was frozen there. And I really don't care for the elf on a shelf thingy. It's elf on a shelf never good. Yeah, no. But it's like those dead eyes are just staring. It's like horrible, horrible looking thing. So I'm looking at that horrible fleshy colored goo raw again. And it's like I'm gonna take a bite. Narm, narm, narm. And it was not what you would call pleasing. It sort of tasted like marshmallows. It was slightly crunchy, and it was just blah. I mean, and the aftertaste was freaking horrible. I mean, freaking horrible. It's like, nope, not even going to touch it anymore. Nope. So let's find something else. And I have many other things. So just wait. It'd have been so much better if the microphone would have recorded it. And we've got a bag of chocolate coal from Palmer Chocolates. And I remember about that. Yeah, I had gotten some of these from Walmart, and then I went to the Dollar Tree and I found the exact same things at the Dollar Tree. So is Dollar Tree taking Walmart stuff, or is Walmart taking Dollar Tree stuff? But these are lumps of coal chocolate, and they're from Palmer Chocolate. And there's also the crunchy chocolate. Yes, isn't that interesting? Yes, lump of coal. I really wish I could have recorded this, because I was so witty. I gotta say, I was so witty with some of these things. My sarcasm was running over. But I've never seen a lump of coal quite look like, you know, a faceted garnet. So there I go, unwrapping it, looking at it. You know, it looks like the same chocolate from the other one, or from the Elf on the Shelf chocolate and the Santa chocolate. And I took a bite, and I was like, bleh, because it tasted just like the crappy Palmer Easter chocolate that they put out. It did not taste anything like those two. See, I even pointed at it saying it didn't taste anything like those two. And I took another bite just to be sure. And sure enough, yep, it didn't taste good. I was so disappointed. Yes, it does remind me of watching home movies and you're explaining to somebody that wasn't there what has happened. Okay, and next up, oh, I remember now. I was talking about the Elf on a Shelf. And I mean, this is going to be hard to remember. It's like, when I was a kid, I had nightmares about dolls coming to life and coming over and ripping off my face. And this whole elf on a shelf thing, I would have been traumatized if my parents would have had an elf on the shelf and be saying like, okay, looky, this thing is going to watch you because Santa needs help, so he's sending these stuffed dolls down around here, and they're going to watch you with their dead eyes. And then they would move the thing from one room to the next when the kid's asleep, you know. And it's like the dead eyes are watching you. And if I would come downstairs and find that the elf moved overnight to another room, I would be traumatized. I mean, I'm messed up as it is. I would be even more traumatized if I knew that there was literally a doll that was in my same ones that were in my dreams, tearing off my face, moving around my house during Christmas and reporting back to Santa Claus. I mean, that is just horrible. Freaking horrible. I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, you want to scare kids to death? Yeah, there you go. So if you do that, just make sure your kids don't have nightmares about dolls coming alive and tearing their faces off in the middle of the night. Or, you know, you're going to be paying out God knows how much for therapy bills when they're a teenager. So, alright, go ahead and move to the next thing. Clean it off a little bit. And, yeah, there's some hand gestures. Yep. This has been so much better with sound. And, ta-da! A Krabby Patty. Nothing says Christmas like SpongeBob in a beard and red hat with a Krabby Patty on a stick. Yeah. And they're gummies. They are gummies. Basically, you know, sugar with sugar and boiled down cow hooves to make it into gelatin to hold it into place. And trying to get this one out was insanely hard. And I'm trying to just pull the darn thing off, and I think I have to go get the dividers of destiny out and stab the bloody thing. Yep, that's what I had to do. I had to stab it. Nothing says Christmas like stabbing a SpongeBob gummy pop. Oh yes. It's really, how do they expect kids to get these things open? If you have 3 or 4 kids and you give them all this stuff, you're going to spend the entire Christmas day just opening up freaking packages of unopenable gunk for them. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, green trees, yellow stars, Krabby Patty buns stuck hither and thither, and then that fleshy pinkish colored thing that's supposed to be the patty, I guess. And they were fairly firm. You can have sound effect. Pulls that right off there. And there I go to bite it. And it's like, smells good. Oh no, I smelled it first. It actually had a very, very strong fruity flavor. No, a very, very strong fruity smell. Yes, not a flavor, a smell. And there I tried to bite it. And here's where the problem came into play. There are my teeth marks. I could not bite through the bloody thing. I mean, it was gummy, it was squishy, and it was so tough I could not bite through the star. And I'm trying it again. And nope, it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. So I pulled off, yeah, there, the Krabby Patty top. And it's got a hole in it, and it's like, and guess what? It's still couldn't bite through it. Look at that. I mean, that's a perfect impression of my teeth. I could not get any deeper into that thing. And there's the lettuce, and it's narm, 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 narm. You could hire a troop of beavers, and they wouldn't have been able to chew through that crap. And here I am, like, boing, boingy. These things are like Ricochet Rabbit. They pretty nice, and there's an officially licensed Nickelodeon product that has a Nickelodeon label on it. If it was in focus, you could even see that maybe. So here we go. I actually put the thing in my mouth, like, yeah, let's just dissolve it and see what it tastes like. And wait for it. 3, 2, 1, and oh! I thought I spit it across the camera. Maybe I didn't. I know there it went. There it went. It's like I couldn't even stand it. It had such a horrible, miserable, plasticky taste. Ugh. And then we got these marshmallow snowmen from Peeps. Thank God. Something that is actually close to being good. And it has to be good. It just has to be. I needed something to get the taste of those Krabby Patties out of my mouth. And they were snowmen from Peeps. And, you know, there I am. Ingredients. Sugar with sugar and sugar. And it's actually good ingredient sugar. Which I can honestly say I was grateful for. But it said bioengineered food ingredients. Dun dun dun. What in the heck do they have? Is it a bioengineered snowman straight from the Umbrella Corporation or what? It's like Umbrella Corp has invaded Christmas. And yeah, it's sort of a rudimentary looking snowman. The shape is quite, I don't know what to even call it. But they're Marshmallow Peeps brand. And yes, they tasted light, fluffy, nice and crunchy with the sugar on top. Fantastic. I mean, they're Marshmallow Peeps. How can you go wrong with Marshmallow Peeps? Truly the only type of marshmallow that I can stand to eat. And yes, I set that over there to show the Elf on the Shelf marshmallow what it's supposed to be like. And what could be better than Marshmallow Peeps Snowman? Wait for it. Marshmallow Peep Christmas trees. Actually, it's not Christmas trees. It just says trees. And bioengineered food ingredients. Again. There we go. Yes. I fully intend to make sure that the volume is or the sound is recording on the next one, because I'm not going to go through this. Don't want to go through this ever again. And I don't like to rehearse, so if I got all the stuff and did it over, it wouldn't be as good. But that's very rudimentary. I mean the Peeps are very rudimentary looking Peeps too. So the tree is your rudimentary looking tree. Though it really doesn't look like what's on the package. I mean, the star is sort of non-existent. It sort of looks like someone blew their nose out on it. Yeah. But norm. And it tasted pretty darn good. Yep. Good enough that I think I take another bite of it here in a minute. I mean, you're describing it. Yes, the upside down. There I go, narming on it a second time. Another example for the Elf on the Shelf marshmallow of death. And yes, one more item. That's why the finger is up in a one gesture. Because there's one more item. And it absolutely defines what Christmas is. There is no other Christmas item that could define what Christmas means like this item. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'll say it again. A cookie shaped like Santa Claus's fat belly with a belt buckle around it. A belt and a belt buckle. Nothing says Christmas like a cookie of Santa's belly with his belt. From AmeriCookies, decorative cookie. And as I was looking at the ingredients and the calorie thing, I noticed that, wait, one serving is a half of a cookie. And here's where it dawned on me, like, wait a minute, seriously? One serving is half a cookie. So half of Santa's belly is a serving. So there's 2 servings in Santa's belly. That's why he's so fat and hence reason I put up the two-finger thing. Yes, it was like 130 calories for half a cookie, and 260 calories for the whole cookie. And it just seems like, let's just make this a little confusing. I think after eating the Elf on a Shelf disgusting marshmallow thing, it just blew my mind and I couldn't think straight. And it's a product of Mexico, as a matter of fact. So apparently those in Mexico think that Santa's belly is the best way to describe Christmas. Who would have thunk it? Oh, I saw that cookie and I'm like, I gotta buy that thing. There is no way I'm gonna let this thing go. That is like the most ridiculous thing I have seriously seen. I mean, gonks make more sense than Santa's fat belly on a cookie. Yeah, I was looking over. I couldn't read the ingredients and stuff because it was written in white and you could see through the package. And this one you could actually open up, you know, and I brought it out and it's, you could smell it. It was, the icing has this chemical sort of smell to it. The cookie doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like a shortbread type cookie, like the Christmassy stuff you get anyway at Christmas time. And here we go. Yep, I'm smelling it again, and it's that chemical smell. And it was just strong. I mean, it like assaulted your nose with this chemical smell, and it was probably the dyes that are doing it. And there I took a bite, and oh my God, that was the cookie wasn't too bad. Then all of a sudden you started tasting this icing, and it was flippin' disgusting. I mean, there's the ingredients in that was like ungodly. I don't have the wrapper here. I chucked the wrapper, unfortunately. But it had like it looked like, when I read them off, it was like some of the chemicals I used to polish stones with. It was silicon dioxide something, and oh dear God, no. It was, and like 4 different types of red dye. And here I am sort of recuperating or recoiling from the taste. It was, and honest to God, it was horrible. And I could still smell the freaking cookie as it was sitting there, and I had to eat that to get the taste out of my mouth. Like, God. But I do remember I gave a shout out to, I'm river dancing on the cookie with my fingers. But yes, I was giving a shout out to Palmer Candy, and that was, oh, I'm still complaining about the freaking cookie. Yeah, I did rant on about that for about 2 minutes as I was eating the rest of the marshmallow peeps. But I did give a shout out to Palmer Candy about the Santa and the Elf on the Shelf chocolate. And if someone's listening from Palmer Candies, it's like, I'm going to give you a thumbs up for that, because those were the best tasting chocolate that I've ever had from Palmer Candies. I mean, Palmer Candy is, I would say, somewhat noted for having just your basic generic chocolate flavored Easter candies, and their chocolate was never really what you call high quality, but those two, I mean, those were actually very good. The coal thingies, no, they weren't. They sort of tasted like normally taste, but the Santa and the Elf, hey, that was good. And I'm going to give you a good shout out for that. And now, I was saying, since we've looked at all these, there's really only one more thing that we need to do to finish this up and to make it Christmassy. Just one thing.